crypto cycle isn't over. There are still many opportunities, and there will still be a lot of people getting washed out and wrecked the cycle. I don't want this community to be part of that. So I want to go over 8 mistakes, rookie mistakes that you can make and that a lot of people are still making that will prevent you from making money in this cycle. This whole cycle, what we have right here, is valuable, and it would be a waste if you waste it. Right, so let's get into that. Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Like the video if you like the video, of course. Subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, follow me on Twitter, put out a thread right there, and I want to go over that. So to not waste any time, if you at least want to navigate this market or partly, right, or the next cycle without any absolute rookie mistakes, then please read this. This is now my 12th year in crypto. I started in 2013. I made a lot of mistakes, okay? And I still make mistakes, but at least the very basic rookie mistakes, I got those out of the way. But there are a lot of new people coming in crypto and they make the same mistakes. So maybe you're newer, maybe you are sometimes making some mistakes. Try to learn from other people's mistakes, okay? Because that just saves you a lot of time and money. So the first one is very simple. Listen to the wrong influencers. Try to understand that most, and especially big YouTubers, are running a business. And as you should do with a business, they are trying to monetize their business. Right? They will do anything to make you click on their video because in some way or the other, it will make them money, right? They will tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. Got an example right here. And this video is not to bash on anything, but it's just a good example that I found, right? Got a YouTube video whenever DeepSeek news came out. It triggered a huge market crash. In the meantime, the crash was this little wick right here, which was resolved the next day already, right? But people, they see the word huge market crash and they be like, oh my God, let me click on that. A lot of YouTubers, they don't care about their audience. They just try to look what's going on. How can I make that 10 times as big so people will click on my video? A very, very, very good example of listening to the wrong influencers is banter. And I talk about this channel a lot because I think that this is a real unethical channel, actually. For example, one day ago, when we had the FOMC, 2 days ago, 3, depending on when this comes out, they made a video saying, you know, obviously very bearish. Warning, red, and we have Jerome Powell hanging there like a muppet. This is obviously like, okay, everyone's really bad news, right? And then we have Sheldon about the exact same subject, like 3 hours later, making a very bullish video about it. Yeah, at the end of the day, banter will be right, like either one of them, right? But they don't really care about the audience. And there are a lot of YouTubers doing that. But again, this is a very good example, especially with Ren. He knows how to run a business. And if you study that, then you can learn a lot. If you are, willing to run a business or a YouTube channel, then you can learn a lot about that because they are doing it very well. They're saying to the community exactly what they want to hear and not what they need to hear, right? And once people started to doubt, for example, alt season, hey, guess who comes out saying alt season is canceled? Of course, they're telling what you want to hear, right? And then they will try to see, like, how can we monetize that as good as possible? Making an own coin, which wasn't that great, by the way. The YouTube ads, Bybit campaigns, the paid groups that they have, the partnerships with projects that they have, like all kind of things. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But if that's the focus above their community, then it's unethical. And that's what a lot of big channels are trying to do. So it is better to follow people that will try to teach you things about the market than people who constantly put out videos with the top 10 altcoins to buy now before they will do a 5,000x. Of course, I tried that as well. And to be honest, I always give my disclaimers like, guys, markets are more important, right? But I noticed like, yeah, this will get you way more clicks. And that's of course better for their business. So that's all they care about, right? However, fuck these altcoins if you don't understand the market, right? And it's also very likely that their opinions and expectations change every week, if not day, as long as that's beneficial for their channel, right? You constantly see these guys giving an opinion about the long term and then just change it completely, right? And not because the market has changed and they change with it, but they want to play towards the sentiment of the market. And in that case, they are always talking bullshit. Sometimes I see these big channels say things like, dude, how do you not know that this is so wrong what you're saying? And sometimes I feel like, man, I think they know better than that. I think they actually do know, but they tell you what you want to hear so they can make their money. And later this year, maybe, for example, Ren says, guys, I'm out of crypto. I don't like it anymore, you know, and he's gone. And without actually exit scamming, he kind of did, right? Without you really noticing, it's so smart. When it comes to Twitter, ignore any way of cloud farmers, okay? They want to gain following and they will tweet anything as long as people respond. You see a lot of people on Twitter asking questions. Yeah, it gets them interactions, good for the algorithm. They will say, give you weird price predictions that if you do agree or don't agree, in any way you want to engage with that. And you'll give these people exactly what they want. Following. Following equals money. They're not helpful for you. You are being the product, right? You are being the product as long as it's free. And they will try to make their product eventually as, you know, having the biggest income as possible. Mistake number 2, ignoring altcoin Bitcoin pairs. You pay everything with dollars or euros. So that's the currency, right? That you think about. Of course, you will compare your altcoins to the dollar, right? You pay your mortgage, your rent, your groceries, your new car, whatever, everything with dollars. So that's what's on your mind. However, try to compare your altcoins with Bitcoin. One simple reason, if your altcoins underperforms against Bitcoin, then just buy Bitcoin, right? Lower risk, higher return. Also, the dollar becomes worth less and less against Bitcoin, right? I mean, that's very obvious. We have Bitcoin right here on its dollar pair. And you can see that between the bear markets, over time, Bitcoin just becomes worth more against the dollar. So the dollar becomes worth less against Bitcoin. So what's the point of collecting more dollars instead of collecting more Bitcoin while Bitcoin is more valuable, right? This is a very, very, very big mistake actually that people underestimate. And that takes a lot of time. It took a lot of time for me to learn, but this is so important. And I think that if you know this and if you have this under control, you will make at least 5 times as much money in that bull market. I can pretty much guarantee you that. Mistake number 3, investing too early in altcoins. Also, huge mistake. Huge. These are all rookie mistakes, okay? If you are just coming into the cycle, then you will probably make all of these mistakes. At least try to take away, yeah, I hope every one of them, but at least some of them, right? Just because it's a Bitcoin bull market, like sometimes people ask the question, like, is it a bull or bear market? And they say, oh, it's a bull market or it's a bear market. We're asking the wrong question. The question should be, is it a Bitcoin bull market? And then there should be a follow-up question, is it an altcoin bull market? Because they are not necessarily correlated to each other, right? Because it's a Bitcoin bull market, it doesn't mean that's an altcoin bull market. Often I see people say, this bull market sucks. And actually, it is nothing different than normal. People just bought alts way too soon because they thought that the bear market was over. I get it today, for example, a lot as well. Like, hey, this bull market completely sucks. It's not that this bull market sucks, right? If you, and again, example, if you bought Bitcoin here at the top of 2021, basically, and you wrote it all the way down, you can say the market sucks. Well, the market doesn't necessarily suck, right? It's very normal, bear market, right? Your timing sucked, right? Try to not blame the market for that. Now we have the same for altcoins, right? People say the altcoin market sucks. I don't know. Again, we have a bear market for altcoins on the Bitcoin pair, just like we had over here and here. The market doesn't suck, but your timing sucks. You bought too soon, way too soon. So they thought that the bear market was over and therefore they bought altcoins. Well, for Bitcoin, the bear market was over. Alts, however, always keep on bleeding against Bitcoin for a pretty long time after the Bitcoin bottom. So study the cycle. You can see it right here as I draw this. The purple is Bitcoin, right? And it bottomed here, right? And after that, Bitcoin went straight up. So people thought, hey, bull market. However, altcoins on the Bitcoin pair still went down, right? So you bought altcoins too early. You should have bought Bitcoin, right? That's also the thing. Be in Bitcoin, 75% of the cycle, right? And the post-halving years for altcoins. And also, again, this wasn't different. Wasn't different. Here we had the Bitcoin bottom. You can see it because of my big fat head. Here we had the Bitcoin bottom. Yeah, it wasn't the bottom for altcoins. Took a long time before alt season actually started. Right. So again, it wasn't different or anything. You just bought too soon, right? And that's a problem that a lot of people make. Next, this time is different. Believe me, this is what I see most. Everybody saying this time is different for this reason and that reason, and it's never true. Thinking that this time is different has never made any crypto investor rich. Never in full history. So wouldn't it be very risky to now say that this time is different? You're betting against all odds, right? Go with the market. The market is telling you exactly what we need to do. It's actually easy. But people always think like, oh no, it can't be that easy. And therefore they do something else. And then the market does actually what it always does. And these people who thought that it was different are wrecked, right? That's easy/hard, right? Don't try to outsmart the market by thinking this, because eventually it turns out that it's not different again. And the few people who stick to the cycles are going to be the actual winners. The cycle always goes from A to Z in a 4 years time span. And that's not for no reason. We have the global money flow, we have the presidential elections, we have the Bitcoin halving, we have the whatever. There's so many reasons, right? That's in a 4 years time span. And from year 1 to year 4, destination and the beginning are always the same. What happens in between the road towards it, that's always different, right? But that's not interesting if you are a long-term investor. Eventually, the cycle always ends up the same. Good example, COVID. The biggest black swan, pandemic, crash, whatever, in crypto's history wasn't able to change the cycle for a bit. Then what can, right? We had the top, we had the bear market, and the bottom exactly 4 years after the bottom before that, okay? Fine enough, right? Then we started the bull market. And then we had a cool off like we always have. We went up again. And then COVID came, right? And it went down a lot in a short time. Believe me, people there said, this is different. And this was actually a valid reason to believe that, right? Because this really impacted every fucking country in the whole wide world, the markets, the employment, the health of people, everything in the world. Yeah, and yet it actually what it did to crypto was, yeah, if you were shorting this, you got fucked, right? Or if you were longing this, you got fucked. Other than that, it provided us with a great buying opportunity over here. And apart from these two things, nothing has changed. Because eventually, if we went from here to here, diagonal, or we first went down really hard and then there, or up and then there, doesn't matter, we still ended up there. And eventually, we topped out at the end of 2021. So it was a huge crash, but eventually it didn't change anything. So just think like, if that can not even change anything in the market, then try to be a little careful with thinking like, whoa, this time. It's like, mistake number 5, looking for the best altcoins. Okay, it's very popular content on YouTube. I know. It's very popular. I typed in YouTube 1000x altcoins, and this is what I came across. 3000x AI coins, right? Like already 1000x, act normal, idiot. But also 5 tiny AI icons with insane 100x plus potential, urgent as fuck, right? Like, and these are new videos, right? It's not like these are still being created daily, right? Yeah. No. Of course, there are always some outperformers that you can try to chase, right? And I would suggest then, in that case, with a part of your portfolio if you want to play that game. But if you really want to make money during the whole cycle in a sustainable way and also want to make money in the next cycle, you should not base it on pure and simple luck. Also, by the way, it's not that if an altcoin has really a 1000x potential, right? Then it's because it's really early. That's the key in crypto, being early, right? Being there before anybody else is. Yeah, I mean, these YouTube channels, this one got 13K views in a day, right? So who are you actually front running here? Everybody gets the same public information as you, right? If anything, then this YouTuber is front running you. So this is not the way to do it, right? Totally not. So if you want to make money in a sustainable way, then this should not be your priority at all. With, of course, exceptions to the rule, every altcoin kind of goes down when the overall market goes down and goes up when the market is going up. Look for 2021. When altcoin A peaked at the peak of the bull run, that's pretty much when every altcoin peaked, right? So it's better to go with the market because that's actually something that you can learn than just throwing shit at the wall hoping something sticks, because that shit will cost you money, right? Instead, try to learn about the markets, the cycles, macro, recharts, really educate yourself. Right? That's sustainable. Then you don't need these whatever the fuck they are called, but then you only need yourself. It's even better. What good are the 10 best altcoins in a downwards market? And or when you don't understand the market, because you won't be sitting comfortable on these altcoins anyway with every small correction that the market has, right? Because you do not have real conviction in the market. If I now tell you today, like, hey, there's an 100x altcoin, and you buy it just because of that, and tomorrow the overall market is gonna dip with fucking 30%, and you don't understand the market because you weren't able to learn that, but you just wanted to know about these altcoins, you look at a crash and be like, fuck that, I'm out, and you still lose money, right? What's the point, right? What's the point? It doesn't really matter, man. Timing is more important than the altcoin itself, right? Example, a good altcoin like Solana, but you can also say a good coin like Bitcoin, whatever, still, but in this case Solana, crashed with 96% in the last bear market. 96, right? Because it was a bear market. That matters more than how great your altcoin is, right? Again, your altcoin can be very well, but if you buy it at the wrong time, you still lose money. And it's the other way around as well, right? Opposite example, Hex. Ponzi, we all knew that. I've been saying that on this channel for a long time. People were like, no. Now, Richard Hart got chased by the FBI or whatever. I don't know what happened right there. Like, that was the most obvious scam coin in crypto. Yet, it made people a lot, at least it made people a lot of money. They had to stake it for 7 years. I don't know exactly, but it went up really hard during 2021 because it was a bull market, right? Combined with the fact that they had that hype and the marketing and everything, and they tricked people really well into it. But not because you can basically insert any reason why it went up, except for the fact that it wasn't a good altcoin, right? It was not a good altcoin. That was not the reason, right? So therefore, again, good altcoins are nice, but it's by far not most important to make money. Mistake number 6, lack of patience / being emotional, right? To tackle this, you should first eliminate mistake number 3. And what was mistake number 3? Investing too early in altcoins, right? People often buy way too early. See the market, then obviously, and I put that obviously because like we know the cycles by now, right? Like it was clear that it was too early for altcoins to see it go down. People run out of patience, sell, miss out, FOMO back in, get wrecked, right? That's how a lot of people play this crypto game. and they will blame the cycle eventually, right? But yeah, crypto looks a lot like a casino, but it really isn't, right? Investing is for the relative long term. Don't invest today and expect huge returns tomorrow. More than 99% of the time, it simply doesn't work like that, right? You sometimes hear these or see these posts on Twitter. Somebody invested $200 in a Solana pump fund coin and made 5 million. And that's great. If I turn on the news and every once in a while I also see that somebody won the lottery, it doesn't mean that I will make money by buying lottery tickets, right? Like, it doesn't work like that, right? Although that has faster results. So that's the thing. Be patient, right? And people are now, if you look at others, Bitcoin, right, altseason, they're losing their patience, right? While, in fact, if you were in this market right here and you saw it go down, 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 oh, up, yeah, finally fucking down again. Okay, never mind. I lost my patience. And you sold it here. That's not hypothetical. A lot of people did that. And then they missed out because they should have known that this part of the cycle post halving years where altcoins shine, right? Just as like now, a lot of people also, again, on this channel saying that they're selling the bottom or that alt season won't happen or yada, 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 yada. Be patient, right? That should be a life skill in the first place, right? Not even for crypto. Also, take your emotion out. And you can do this for a big part by taking your initial investment out after making it to X, right? If you have $10,000 you invested in crypto, and at a certain point you said at 20K, take your 10K out, right? That simple. You came to win, not to lose. At least make sure that that can't happen, right? That's a very good way to take your emotions out. Because if you sit on 10K that you actually can't miss, right? Or that you maybe, but it would really suck, then okay, yeah, you will make more money if you keep that money in the market, but then still you will be emotional during the whole market, and every dip you shit your pants and just take your 10K back. You haven't lost. Congratulations. Nothing bad happened to you. You can only gain or gain less. Right? Take your emotion out that way, and that would really help. Other ways to take your emotions out are pretty much paired with every other mistake that I'm addressing here, right? Everything that we have discussed, looking for the best altcoins, right? That will eventually be a mistake. Like we discussed, you will get emotional, thinking that this time is different. It will turn out that it's not. You will be emotional, right? Like there will always be things that will make you emotional, right? And you don't want that. Finances and emotions are the biggest enemies, Tom and Jerry kind of stuff, right? So you do not want to do that. Then get dragged into the sentiment, okay? Again, I even notice on this channel a lot of negative sentiment. People were really bullish 1/2 years ago. Now we are stopped. What the fuck are you doing? Now, and my X account is getting dragged into the sentiment. Now we are at the bottom and people are bearish. I cannot help them. That's pure emotion, right? That's pure emotion. I cannot say anything else. People were really bullish here. I noticed on my channel, I noticed on a lot of other channels, you notice all around you, people were really bullish. Buy altcoins, altcoins. You want to buy Bitcoin, you boring piece of shit, just buy altcoins. Bitcoin will never make you rich. Yeah, altcoins also didn't, right? They made you poor. That's even worse, right? And now we are at the bottom, or close to the bottom, or at least closer to the bottom than the top. Let me put it like that. And people are bearish. Yeah, again, that's emotion. People that are being bearish right here are fully emotional. They don't have, in my opinion, the experience yet. And that's not like you can blame them for that, but try to tackle it, right? Being bearish at the bottom is just simply not the way to make money, right? If you were bearish here, you would have not bought at least, right? So what was the point of this whole run if you were not here, right? Like again, if these people are bullish, it means that the chart is up. So then they will buy. Okay, so then they will get wrecked. Either way, these people cannot win. So if you are getting dragged into the sentiment and being bullish at the top or bearish at the bottom, there is not a chance in hell for you that you will win, right? And would win, I mean, make money. So ignore the sentiment, or even better, counter trade it. And why? For what I just said, but also the sentiment is always wrong, right? Always wrong. The market never tops on bad sentiment. It's not that easy, right? It's not that, I don't know. It's like people are bearish right now, and that the market then feels like, okay, now we're going down. We gave everybody the clear signal to step out in time, right? Now we go down, right? How can the market go down? People have to get wrecked for that, right? It's not possible. It's not possible that that happens, right? That's the whole basic thing about markets, crypto, money, everything in life, basically. Market never tops on bad sentiment. It's not that easy, guys. The time to sell is when you don't feel like when you want to sell. You know when the time is when you want to sell? When I, for example, on this channel, tell you that I will sell, and that I get a lot of comments that I'm crazy. How can I sell when everything is going up? You noob, you're gonna miss out. I already know what the comments are gonna be. That's a time where you want to get the fuck out of crypto. That's exactly the time, okay? The time to buy is when a lot of people are scared to buy and they don't want to buy. And that's exactly now. Again, the sentiment is, no, it will never happen again. It will go down. Alt season is canceled. We're at the bottom. This time is different. Emotional, emotional, emotional. That's where you want to buy, right? That's exactly the place to buy. It feels unnatural, right? Because you still, you know that you have a feeling inside, right? The market is down, so you feel not great, right? Then to you, it's up to you, like to tackle that, to understand what your emotions are saying to you, right? And to be like, oh wait, I'm feeling bearish right now, so let me try to do something that prepares me for the bullish part, right? And the other way around as well. It feels unnatural. If we are like in a couple months, things can change like this. You see this right here in this market as well. Down, 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 and all of a sudden, bop, up, right? When you are here and everybody's making money, you make more money than you ever thought, right? Because it's crypto, right? These are not stocks. You can make a lot of money in a short time, right? Once we are here and everybody is euphoric, it will feel for you like, oh shit, I should not sell now. Everything is going up. I'm afraid to miss out. FOMO all over the place. Now it's FUD all over the place, then it will be FOMO all over the place. It will feel so wrong to sell right now. Try to do it, right? Try to do it. That's the best time. Bonus, because I can give a lot more mistakes right here, and I'm actually working on a real full video. My mistakes that I'm seeing right now. Not even the rookie. These are again purely the rookie mistakes, right? The things that the average new investor is struggling with. Every one of these mistakes, right? There are like 20 more experienced mistakes as well, from my opinion, and I will cover that. But eventually, you need to accept the fact that you need to go through all of this to really be able to apply this for yourself, right? You need to feel it. I can tell you this, your favorite guru, Ken, the best influencer, legendary Web2 investor, or Web2, I called it a little weird, but just stock investors, basically, right? Everybody can tell you anything. And you can all know it. But knowing and applying is different, right? Because it takes experience. Eventually, nothing beats experience and just witnessing how it feels like, right? So I can tell you, if you're new, don't sell the bottom, right? And a lot of people, they might know that, but still they feel like, it doesn't feel correct, right? And they will sell. And then the market goes up, and that's the experience for them, like, shit, right? And believe me, if that happens, you feel like an idiot, you feel like you messed it all up, you will feel like more than 99% of the people out there, right? You will feel like I have felt a lot of times as well. That's normal. In fact, it would be really weird if you don't experience these mistakes. Right? That's the thing with crypto. You have to go through it. You cannot be in crypto. Sometimes I also get a comment like, you were wrong about this. I just feel like, dude, it's crypto. Like, what are you expecting from somebody? Are you looking for somebody who never gets anything wrong? Because in that case, good luck looking for those person for that person, because he doesn't exist. I can tell you that. You cannot be in crypto for longer than a week and have like nothing wrong, right? Like, you will get things wrong, and that's fine. That's where you learn, and that's where you build your experience, and that's a part of the preparing for the next time that you apply it, and don't do it wrong and make money from the start, right? So again, rookie mistakes. Um, Let me know, what mistakes do you think that you are making right now, or what are you struggling with? Also fine. Like, you can maybe like again, emotion, you can still do that right, but in the meantime you can still struggle with it, like, ah, fuck, okay, I'm not selling the bottom, right? I am buying right now, and I am preparing, and I have conviction, but still feels fucked up. Like, you can struggle with it still, right? Let me know down below, because maybe we can tackle that in another video as well. Somebody on the channel, by the way, commented like, can you one time make a video with crypto covering, where you cover crypto videos from the last bear market, right? How the sentiment from these YouTubers was back then. So I think that's interesting. I'm gonna go back until like December 2020, look at some YouTube channels that were around back then, see what they said during that period. I think that's quite interesting, just as an experiment, right? So I will be responding to some videos, whether they were right, wrong, I don't know, we'll see. For now, like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Alpha Factory down below, private group, 3 days free. If you don't like it, get out, you don't have to pay. If you do stay there, it's worth every cent, in my opinion. Exclusive videos, my portfolio updates, one-on-one calls if you want, and a lot more. Portfolio giveaway for everybody that's there, by the way, so you will be there for free, basically. So do check it out. For now, have I done my riddle? I think so. Have a nice day, guys.